Hey guys, this is Felix from Desktop Studio, and in this video I'm going to show you how to log into the Desktop Studio app and how things are structured in there. So the first thing you want to do is go to app.desktop.studio, and here you can log in with your normal Microsoft username, which for me is Felix at desktop.studio. You will be forwarded to the normal Microsoft login page where you put in your Microsoft password. And in my case, I have two-factor authentication enabled for Microsoft, which means I also have it for Desktop Studio automatically, and I have to put in the code which I get via messaging on my phone. So, okay, that's the login process. Now I'm logged into the Desktop Studio app, and I am obviously part of the Desktop Studio tenant, and I'm also an administrator inside this tenant, which means I can see all the farms inside the Desktop Studio tenant, which correspond to resource groups inside Microsoft Azure. As a test, we go into test VMs Felix, which is one of the farms, one of the resource groups, and we see inside here we have two virtual machines, one test VM4 and one test VM5. And if we want to start one of the virtual machines, that's very simple. We just press the green start button here. What you can see now is the status of the machine has gone into starting. It usually takes about 1 or 2 minutes for the machine to start up. And this time we have now time to look at other features. You can also see, for example, here which users are connected to this virtual machine. At the moment, obviously, no users are connected. You can see all the applications which have been deployed via Desktop Studio on this machine. At the moment, we only have Google Chrome deployed directly via Desktop Studio. We will go into the applications inside another video. You can manage the hardware this virtual machine has. At the moment, we have 6 virtual CPUs. We have a memory of 56 gigabytes of RAM, and we have one graphics card inside here, which is NVIDIA Tesla 60 in this case. We can even see how much the machine is going to cost us per hour from the Microsoft Azure side. We could even change our hardware and scale our machine here. The machine has to be shut down for this to work. I could, for example, for this machine, I could go up to 12 or even 24 CPUs if I need more power. The next one is manage shutdown timers. We can set shutdown timers for this virtual machine. We have, for example, if no users are online on the machine, after 30 minutes it will be automatically shut down. And if users are disconnected, which means if they're inactive, then after 30 minutes also the machine will be shut down. This you can here change however you like, as you can see. The last window is some general information about the virtual machine, like the private IP we have inside our network, the VM ID and others, and we could even delete the virtual machine here. So by now, as you can see, our virtual machine has started, so the status has gone on to running, and we see now a connect and a stop button. On the bottom left corner is a little feature which is multi-screen. I only want the virtual machine to show on one of my screens, which is why I disable multi-screen. Otherwise, you will have it if you have several screens. You will see it on all screens. I want to connect to my virtual machine, so I press the connect button. It downloads a little file, which I only have to open, and the remote desktop app is opened and connects automatically with this machine if I open this little program here. And you see we are now inside of remote desktop, and we have connected to this test VM4 where we are. You see Google Chrome, which we already seen we have deployed via Desktop Studio, and otherwise I've just installed Archicad on this virtual machine manually. This would be the start of my working day. I open Archicad, I work a little bit on the virtual machine, and once I'm finished, it's not the fastest app to start, but this doesn't matter. So let's assume fast forward, my workday is finished, I shut down Archicad again, and I want to log out, I want to shut down my VM again. What I do now is just simply at the bottom left corner, as you can see I'm logged in with my username, I just go here and I go into abmelden, which stands for just log off with my user. What it does then is log off of the machine, and it automatically terminates the remote desktop session. The virtual machine itself obviously is still running. It would be shut down after 30 minutes, as I showed with the shutdown timer, but I can also manually shut down the VM by pressing the stop button. Yes, I am sure I want to stop it. And now it takes again about 1 or 2 minutes for the machine to shut down while it's in stopping status. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.